Hello guys, and welcome to another video. And earlier today, the nominees for Game of the Year were revealed, and I am so glad that Xenoblade Chronicles 3 got nominated. That's really exciting overall. I'm just really excited about that, and I mean, if you see my videos about the game over the past couple months, you'd see that I really enjoyed the game. It's one of my favorite games of all time now. And just overall, it was just a really impactful experience for me. Like, just the story is amazing. Honestly, my favorite story in a video game. Visually, it looks great, even though it's not graphically one of the best looking games. I mean, the art style is still really good. Character designs are great, and the different areas of the game are amazing. There's just a lot of different things to do in this game. Like, worlds are very large, even though it's technically not an open world game. I would say it's pretty close to one. It's just kind of segmented and everything, but just most aspects about this game are great, and it's definitely one of my favorite games of all time. Just a very, very impactful experience for me, and I just really enjoyed it. Definitely my game of the year. I would say just slightly, ever so slightly edges Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Even though I also love Kirby and the Forgotten Land, I'm a bit disappointed that Kirby and the Forgotten Land didn't get a Game of the Year nomination. It was just kind of shoved into family games, like a lot of Nintendo games are. Kirby definitely deserved a nomination as well, but that's kind of a topic for a different video, but I'm glad that Xenoblade made it. I was not really expecting Xenoblade Chronicles 3 to get a nomination at first, because it usually seems like games like that are overlooked. So it's good that Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is actually getting the praise and attention that it deserves, and even if it doesn't win, I'm glad that it at least got nominated, because this is huge for the Xenoblade series and the Xeno franchise overall. Because this is definitely like the most popular game, I would say. I mean, 2 is very popular, but I would just go as far as to say that Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is the most popular, and it's definitely kind of making the Xenoblade franchise become more mainstream. Like, I mean, it was already somewhat mainstream, like in terms of like the Nintendo community and different things like that with Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and then Pyra and Mithra, and even earlier, Shulk and Smash. But I feel like Xenoblade Chronicles 3 kind of elevated the Xenoblade franchise to a new level, and the fact that it's being nominated for Game of the Year definitely shows that it's really popular overall, and it's definitely getting a lot more attention among the game industry overall, and I'm just really excited about this. Like, even if it, like I said, even if it doesn't win, this is just a good sign overall. Um, and I'd really like to see like a lot more like Xenoblade related things in the future. Like just kind of like games and expanding the franchise overall. Like Xenoblade Chronicles 3 definitely proved that the Xenoblade series is appealing to a lot of people. Obviously, like still mostly people who are interested in like JRPGs and different things, but it definitely has a wider appeal than the other games from what I've seen, and it's selling faster than the other games as well. But yeah, the fact that it got nominated definitely definitely shows that this game is like actually somewhat popular overall, and it just kind of shows that the Game Awards is being a bit better about their nominations. It still seems like they're mostly focusing on Western developers. I mean, there's a lot of great games, like that are on there, like that were nominated, but I feel like there needs to be a bit more diversity. So, like in terms of like what games are shown on there, because it usually seems like there's a lot of games that, like most of the games there are like made by Western developers, and there aren't many um that get like major nominations from developers in Japan. Because I mean, it seems like Nintendo specifically tends to get left out a lot. even when Nintendo has a lot of AAA exclusives, like this year especially. But I'm glad that at least Xenoblade Chronicles 3 was able to get nominated and everything. I feel like it was definitely deserving that nomination overall. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about Xenoblade Chronicles 3 some more. I mean, you can check out my review if you want to hear even more about my thoughts on the game overall. But yeah, I feel like this game is just a really impactful experience, and I'm so glad that it got that nomination. And I feel like the point in Xenoblade Chronicles 3 that made it one of my favorite games of all time, and definitely Game of the Year this year, was the point of the game around the end of Chapter 5, the beginning of Chapter 6. Definitely one of the most powerful and impactful, like, story experiences I've had in a video game. And yeah, just like after experiencing this whole game, it's just really exciting to see it being nominated overall. And I mean, if it doesn't win, I'm still glad that it got nominated in general, but if it does win, that would be amazing. Like, you really don't see that often in, like, with stuff, like, with games like Xenoblade Chronicles 3, like, winning, these game awards and different things, especially ones, like, the game awards being catered to Western developers and everything, but yeah, like, with the other nominations, I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit. I'm a bit disappointed that Xenoblade Chronicles 3 didn't get a nomination for Best Narrative, or Harry McIntyre didn't get a nomination for Best Performance, or any of the other voice actors from Xenoblade Chronicles 3. But I'm fine with it getting, like, the nomination for Game of the Year in general. I mean, it's just a bit disappointing that it didn't get some of those nominations, but yeah, I feel like just in general, the fact that it got nominated for Game of the Year is enough to get me really excited about it. But yeah, even if it doesn't win, I'm glad that it got the nomination. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server and Twitter if you want to. Goodbye.